Jane Wahl, Women's Athletic Director, 1975 to 79. You know, I think when you look at Hall of Famers, they're all impactful, they're all foundational, but unique ones are pioneering. Jane was Colorado's first Women's Athletic Director from 1975 to 1979. She began as the coordinator for women's in 1974 under the direction of the CU Rec Center, and then morphed into a role as Women's Athletic Director. See, folks, Jane was dealing with a timeline back in this point in time in the 70s. Title IX had been passed in 1979. There was a deadline by the summer of 1978 for schools to comply with the new statutes for women's athletics. So she was working on the clock here. Jane was tasked with hiring coaches from club sports that would earn varsity status, help these coaches with their programs to develop budgets, scheduling, travel, all that goes into varsity athletics. Jane took all of that on and then decided once she got through 1978 and finalized that deadline, in 1979 she went back to school to finish her doctoral degree, where she would write her thesis on Title IX, in which she examined the status of women's intercollegiate athletic programs nationwide following the passing of the law. She was honored with the Sportswomen of Colorado 2013 Dorothy Mock Pioneer Award for her role in starting and advancing women's varsity athletics in Colorado. Presented with CU's inaugural award named after her, the Jane Wahl Legacy Award in 2014. This is now presented to a member of CU's women's basketball community who through their achievements will bring honor and recognition to the university and CU athletics. And it's safe to say that your legacy lives very loudly and proudly through the halls here at the University of Colorado. And now she is a Hall of Famer. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the podium, Jane Wahl.
Here we are. The finish line is just ahead. 3 minutes, give or take, and we're done. But these last minutes are valuable to me to acknowledge this selection and those who made it possible, and to conclude with a story and some brief comments. To be honored by the selection committee to become a member of this Hall of Fame is a wishful dream come true. It is like peaking the summit of my professional career in the company of many like-minded team members. Thank you. Having family members, friends, former athletes, and coworkers here to celebrate with me is an over-the-top bonus. The impact you have had on my life has been beyond measure as encouragers, advisors, exhorters, teammates. Well, the list could go on, but I only have 3 minutes. Thank you for coming, and thank you for you. I have a story for you, but I dare not start it with once upon a time, lest some of you think that that's your bedtime story. A youngster on the flat plains of Nebraska some years ago loved running and swinging bats and pretending to be a shortstop. Tony Kubik, for those of you that know who he was. And I was absolutely delighted in that feeling of movement. Then an epiphany of sorts. I want to help others experience that same joy. A journey statement. Following that path then, choices were made. Athletes welcomed me to challenge them, and they me. Opportunities beyond my imagination unfolded, including being mentored by Bill Appenzeller, the visionary for women's athletics at CU, and I am blessed to have his granddaughter, his daughter, and a grandson here tonight. And coaches, support staff, and advisors join me to meet the need at hand. And now, this moment. Tonight, we are experiencing satisfaction with the knowledge that we had the privilege to be involved in the institution of sports because it is work that has contributed to the flourishing of human beings. Civilizations throughout history have recognized that physical activity that is challenging and competitive is a human good. I am proud that I have played a part in supporting and developing an athletic institution here at the University of Colorado Boulder that has helped many students in many ways to gain discipline they did not know they were capable of, that extended beyond the field of play or the courts or the slopes or the track, enabling them to become better citizens, to think of others on the team and not just on the self, enabling them after their education to be contributors to society, to push themselves to higher standards of achievement that fostered in them personal confidence and ambition to exceed. In other words, the development of the body has caused the betterment of the soul. And this is why I believe I was doing God's work here during my employment at CU. And I thank the University of Colorado Athletic Hall of Fame for this honor, and I thank Jesus for the wonderful opportunity he afforded to me. God bless each and every one of you and cause you to continue to flourish. The end.